adjust the camera just a wee bit. That's a wee bit there. I just made a new Mustang, but I haven't tried it with the wheel yet. It's just the controller. I should close the door and audio quality. That should improve audio quality. Now let's improve seating quality. Gotta have good seating quality, otherwise you ruin the back. Don't want to ruin the back. Trust me, kids. Back's the important thing. I mean, along with the brain, but you know, most people nowadays don't have one of those. I got jokes. I also got terrible lighting. Yeah, I think that's the set. Let's try. It's always different going from the controller to the wheel. That blow off. That was almost halfway decent. Hold on. Alright, hold on. You want to see my skills when it comes to the controller? Let me show you those skills. Those are actually somewhat impressive. Uh-oh. There we are. I'm using the controller now just so everyone can see. Well, you can't really see, but Now, if only that were instantaneously transferable over to the wheel. It probably is. You just don't have the key, man. Even though I have the key and I've had it all along. Just forgot where I put the son of a bitch. Almost. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Perfection doesn't happen instantaneously. Neither do dreams. Nothing really happens instantaneously. Other than, night-night sleepy time. How come it comes so much more naturally in a real vehicle? Come to the wheel, it'll come. There it is, boys. The first successful transition. Glad you guys could be here with me while I'm learning and growing. It's wonderful. I don't know if y'all think it's great, but I think it's absolutely astonishing to be able to learn and be happy about what you're learning with a group of people who have similar interests. Most likely, I don't know why you would watch these videos otherwise. I mean, I can get some ideas, but here's the thing I miss about school. I don't miss school. The place was too crowded, too many people, too much pressure. But I miss being able to learn in an environment with my peers. But, it was shit that nobody really cared about, no one wanted to know, no one cares. I think I care about where Wyoming is compared to Colorado, and if I do care, I'll get a map. I don't even remember that. But see, they're not teaching dreams in school. They're not teaching passion in school. They're teaching memorized slavery. They're breaking you down just to give you a wage that is barely survivable on time that you should be paid quadruple what you're paid for. I mean, my time is the most valuable thing I have on this planet. That's all I really have, other than my work, is my time. And I don't know how much time I have left, so why wouldn't I value that at, give example of Washington State's minimum wage. 14 some odd dollars. Now that sounds like a high minimum wage, barely livable up here. Oh. You gotta cut a lot of corners, you gotta find someone who's willing to rent to you. If you're a felon, I got those at 15, so that instantly made my life just 30 times more hard. Now I can't own a weapon. We're owning a weapon because they have this thing called the war on drugs. So back when I was 14, marijuana was illegal everywhere, other than a couple medical places, being one of them. I've never had my medical license because you have to pay, what, $200 or something? Ridiculous, you know? I'd rather just self-medicate and know that my use is medical. But, so anyway, back in the day, 14, you know, drugs are, with marijuana's a drug, and oh my god, it's this big, scary doodad, and, you know, everyone's a gangster out here, so, you know, I got this gun off, and my family wanted to give that gun to my grandpa, thinking I didn't know what I was doing, you know, like, shoot someone out of turn, like, no, that gun was for protection. Anyway, gun wasn't stolen or anything, it was just, I wasn't allowed to own it as a child. But on top of that, the gun I did have went missing, so I got the kid who gave me the gun. I was like, hey, you know where to get more? He was like, oh yeah, my stepdad's spot. So I contracted the driver, and that whole scenario played out. And I did catch some felonies. I did steal some firearms, allegedly, from a household at one point in time. You know, no one knows whether or not it's true. I have a charge for it, so people are gonna assume whatever they assume, and all of a sudden it's hard for me to find, you know, word. It's hard for me. They're teaching you to be a slave for no reason. I also caught another felony when I was 18, unlawful possession of meth/morphine and dangerous weapons. Well, they're now decriminalizing drugs, because they finally understand, oh, well, the CIA is going to give people drugs and expect them not to get addicted, or we're going to give all the kids with ADHD Adderall and expect them not to do meth? Our government's fucked up, people, and you need to know this. It's not like I hate America. I like America, but there are places that are doing it better. There are places that have more freedoms and less crime. Switzerland is one of them. I don't know much about what crime goes on there, but the crime rate is extremely low. Drugs are decriminalized. Prostitution is either legal or decriminalized. You know, because they understand, first and foremost, for someone fixing their chemical imbalance, that a doctor would say is, no, that's not good for you. That's bad. Well, I'm sorry, doctor. I know myself a little bit better than you do. Some people are junkies out here. Both my mom and dad did the drug that crystal meth, which I have a chemical imbalance for. Why? They cursed me, and it kind of sucks. But that's okay, I use my curse I try to use it for positives. Try to think about it positively. Alright, why'd I go on that rant? Something about, oh yeah, school making you a slave. So that's all your government really wants. Is they're teaching you to be somewhere 8-9 hours a day with about an hour, you know, half an hour in between. And that's what it is. It's teaching you to be a slave for wage that, you know, any bum would look at and laugh at and tell you, I tried that once, look at where I am now. I mean, now there are a lot of people claiming to be woke, or that they're awake, or they can really see the agenda here. And it's like 90% of these woke people out here aren't woke. They want to act like they know what's going on. They act like they're a part of everything. No one out here is really woke to the real agenda. We've been slaves for giving people our time that don't need it. We're giving them the maximum and they're giving us the minimum. It's time for people to fight back, man. It's time for people to say, hey, my time is worth more than living paycheck to paycheck in an apartment that doesn't even fit my family. America wants to say land of the free. Make it land of the free. We only need two rules. Treat others how you want to be treated, and the right to consent. That means you have the right to say yes or no. You want to be involved in a situation, and if you don't, if someone disregards that, that is against the law. Unfortunately, I also believe getting rid of the cage system. Reciprocation is what I believe. Yes, an eye for an eye. That means, but that doesn't mean, oh, well, I'm a dude, I'm gonna rape some chicks, and that means I'm gonna get, like, no, that's why everyone has the right to consent. And if you disregard that, your consent will be disregarded involving something that you would not like your consent to be disregarded. I'm really dictatorish, but I just feel like it can be done so much better, so much simpler, and it's not even a dictatorship. I want to give every human on this planet a firearm. Every single one of them. Age appropriate. Probably about, depends. Good parents, 14 and up. Bad parents, give that kid a gun at 6. It'll work itself out. But if you give every living human a gun, stupid is gonna weed itself out faster than not. Yeah, we do sacrifice some good people. Some crazies do get out there and do stuff, but we'll see that a lot sooner, and everyone will be able to take whatever they think is appropriate action. Say some crazy guy walks into the movie theater, starts shooting it up, right? Blah, blah, blah. Well, everyone in that movie theater has a gun on them. So, one, I would immediately think, like, okay, every human being in this building has a gun. What are my odds? What are my odds? So, you immediately decrease the criminal's odds to even commit the crime, because they have to think twice about it. Okay, everyone's armed. I'm going to die. There is no if, and, or but. I am going to die. So, I don't know, it's just intelligence for the sake of sounding stupid. In my opinion, I don't want to trigger anyone, but I mean, really, like I said, give stupid a gun, stupid gonna weed itself out fast. Decriminalize suicide. What the hell is that? Why is it illegal to commit suicide? Is it because it's destruction of government property? Is that what's going on? Because last I checked, I want to end my life. I'm the only one living it. Why don't I have a right to? Now, I'm not saying in the treat others how you want to be treated. I would never take my life and leave that on someone else. But there are times that I have gone that far in my brain, and I have attempted that route. And every time it was the most retarded failure ever, but that sigh of relief when it actually fails. Throw any suicidal person in an ocean. If they try to swim, they're not really suicidal. It's not a real thing. And 98% of the time you throw someone in the ocean, they're going to try and swim. That's the scary thing about the guns, is that gives you a way out without, well, I mean, unless you do it the way I did it, in a revolver, and just, alright, is this the day? But that's a story for a different time. Some people are dumb and think semi-automatics, work like a revolver. Yeah, it still shoots bullets, dummy, but it has a different kind of chamber. Oh, that's something I shouldn't be laughing about. Suicide is not a joking matter. But you know what people do when they're slightly uncomfortable, they make jokes. They make light of a dark situation, because if they can't. The darkness is too heavy. You know, curtains are never getting drawn, and it keeps getting darker from there. So people out there, don't be mad at the people cracking wise and making jokes. They're just dealing with it in a different way. You might be sad. They might need to laugh because the sad they get is just a little bit, it's a little too dark. And those are the people that we should really be watching. We should watch everyone. The ones who make jokes about it are the ones who get really mad about the jokes about it. Everyone else in that gray area, you probably good. Just keep holding on. But everyone past that gray area, I hope you got good friends. I hope you got good family. I hope someone's watching. Because good Lord knows, no one's ever watched when I do. We're still here. That's the thing. If I can do it, anyone can. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've gone through. Nothing you have gone through or nothing I have gone through is any worse than anyone else's. Everyone experiences the same emotional distress with different events. Just because, you know, little Billy over here, his mom and dad been fighting ever since he was born. Oh, well, 15 comes around to get a divorce. He expected it. Other little Billy over here, his parents never fought a day, and then all of a sudden they're getting a divorce, and it destroys his entire fucking world because he doesn't understand. How could two parents that love each other do this? Well, that's not the case. It's just they didn't allow. They were better-ish because they didn't allow the child to see that stress. But in not seeing that stress, that child now is faced with the conclusion that they don't understand because they didn't even know it was a problem to start out. So there's levels of okay, there's levels of not okay. There's certain things that you just can't help because you didn't know someone was going to take it as hard as they did. And it's not necessarily the way you put someone through something kind of is, like whether you're nice, rude, sarcastic, you know, tone, body language, action, all that stuff matters. Matters way more than any human will probably honestly admit to know. We all know, we can read body language, we can hear tone, we can see facial expression, but 98% of the time, people won't admit that they know just because what they know a little too dark sometimes. That's okay. How can the light shine without the darkness? Or how can the darkness overcome without the light? The opposite needs the other for it to even be recognized, right? Maybe I should get off this philosophy crap and actually drift like I'm supposed to. Actually, I want to pull out my white BMW. My white BMW is, well, I got a new BMW. I'm not a fan of the newer models. I like the older, like early 2000s. Let's just pull that bad girl out here right now. Where's that at? Chain car garage. Alright. You know, this whole commentary thing is happening a little 10 times easier than I ever thought it actually would. Come on. Oh, nope, I got the wrong setting car. It's not the drift one. Called it. Called it. Alright, let's do it. Alright, that was halfway decent. Good job. Now that you shut up, you can actually fucking drive, laddie. So how's everyone's day going? I don't have a lot of subscribers, so anyone watching this, feel free to just comment about your day, what's going on, how you feel about what's going through. I don't know, just talk to me. I could use someone to talk to if you couldn't tell. I'm sure there's someone who could use someone else to talk to as well. More than anything, I would appreciate someone who's actually willing to listen and try and understand instead of offer, you know, this or that, you know. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I already know this or that. But my brain doesn't work this or that. It works that or this, you know what I mean? Like, very specific in the way I live my life. Very specific in the things I like, and I don't like people telling me that I can't have my vices or my things that secrete, you know, serotonin or dopamine for my mind. It's oftentimes, well, I think I'm getting a little bit of serotonin right now. Let's see. Where's the dopamine? Which one is good? They're both like the center in your brain, at least. I'm getting a wee bit one or both of them right now. I love drifting. This is my passion. Most people will think, oh, why do you like getting a car sideways and ruining the tires? That is a profession? Me? Oh my, that is a waste of money. No, it is a form of art. It's a form of expression. You're taking what should be an absolutely fatal car crash, you know, going into a corner at 80, 90, you know, 70, 100 miles per hour, you know, this should be fatal. And you're taking that, and instead of, you know, cheating death in a card game, oh, I got a card up my sleeve. More so instead just shaking death's hand and taking death out for ice cream, you know, like, not cheating death. You're in a ride with death, and you're trying to give death, you know, the most fun roller coaster possible. You're making death think, okay, I'm about to die, but this is really cool. Just the way I see it. I see things a lot differently than, I'm going to go ahead and say it once, a lot differently than humans. I don't know. I refer to humans as humans. I don't feel like I'm one. I never really have. I don't know what that means, because I don't think I'm lizard people. I don't think I'm a gray. I don't think I'm anything other than a moonstone, so that kind of worries me. But just pay attention to the hat. Pay attention to the keys, and remember, the subconscious likes to tell on itself, and the Bible says so much about false prophets. It's like every chapter, false prophet this, false prophet that. Well, pay attention to the hat. I'm not saying, we should look toward anything in particular. I'm just saying, if there is a false prophet, I'ma be one. I don't know what that means. I think I'm going crazy. That's alright. You can just call me Drip Jesus. I'm here to save all you sinners by the power of drip. Have you ever heard of something so beautiful? Someone's gonna like my personality. And on top of my personality, someone's gonna be like, wow, personality and skill? Maybe you're interesting, fella. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just a boring wannabe has-been know-it-all. Who cares? I'm having fun with whatever I am. Okay. I was already on my way to reverse. You don't need to restart the game. Boy, pet peeve this game does when I'm on the wheel, restart me. I'm on a thin steering wheel. You don't need to restart me. I'll back up myself. I'll do all the shit myself because I'm driving a real car. Stop taking away the sense of me driving a real car. Then it becomes arcadey. I don't want arcade. I can already drift in my real 2003 Mustang, but I'd rather have a lot more practice than that. Too bad I can't feel the weight of the vehicles. That's my main issue. The weight and the actual steering wheel sensitivity of each vehicle's power steering. But oh well. Every car is different, like every person is different. You learn how to run the machine or you crash the machine, right? Now personally, me, myself, and I, I don't give a F about a JINX, but me, myself, and I have never crashed anything other than quadcopters and RC cars. Well, Hot Wheels cars too. And those foot pedal cars, for the toddlers, crashed quite a bit of them in my day. Anything with an engine, not specifically. Keep it, we hit the jet, and that's not payday. But this might be. Oh, unless we can do not on the roadway. No cool spinny do transition for me, not today. Alright, maybe I should concentrate more on drift and less on speak. I don't know. I've got a lot to say and nobody will listen. And some people might say, well, dude, you have the whole internet. Do I really? I got 12 subscribers. Ain't nobody worried about this. Hell, the friends and family I do have, IRL, don't give a single crap about this. They don't care to listen, they don't care to know, they just care to you know, get the gist, and then, oh, well, my life is still such a drag, so I'm gonna keep living over here in this. When I just asked you about how your day is, and I really don't care. It's like, really? Why would you ask them? If I ask someone how their day is, I give a shit. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about the ups, the downs, fucking how you woke up. Did you have to take a piss right when you woke up? Did you have a good cup of coffee? Did you read your paper? You know, like just the little insignificant shit that makes people's days better, or the things that spark them off to make them worse. Yeah, I care about all that shit. I care about humans. Because, you know, I refer to humans as different than I am, but you'll also hear me in the same breath refer to myself as human, because to my knowledge, I am nothing but. Like, and I don't know, a lot of humans been rude to me, and I live by the treat others how you want to be treated. So, like, I don't know. I don't wish another human be foul to any other human at any point in time. That's just not correct. We're all humans. We're all just trying to live our happiest lives. So why is anyone out here trying to make that harder for us to do? Why is there a war on medicine? And now people are gonna say, oh, heroin, or oh, meth, or oh, crack cocaine. Dude, methamphetamine is Adderall. It's in Adderall. Heroin? That's morphine, Dilaudid, Percocet. Like, it's all the same shit based on. You know, cocaine is twice as dangerous as crystal methamphetamine. Cocaine. Snort cocaine, party drug, on the weekend, yay, oh, it's a coke party, everyone's awake. 10 times more dangerous than crystal methamphetamine. You're extremely likely to hurt your heart, especially if you're involving that cocaine with alcohol. Uppers and downers, boys and girls, do not mix. Now, when they do mix, it's usually an extremely pleasurable experience. But is the risk worth it? Every time that you experience, you know, that mix, you're risking your life. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a line of Coke and a couple beers. I'm not saying you can't try a goofball once in the bathroom with some people you don't know about. A goofball is either cocaine and heroin or meth and heroin. I cannot recall. But either way, you don't want to do, you know, heroin and uppers. I have. It feels great. But the times it doesn't feel great, you're concentrated for that entire period of time on, okay, I'm not going to die. I'm going to make it through this. I'm going to make it through this. Oh, am I really going to make it through this? Oh, what was that feeling? Oh, my God. You know, to some people, taking a certain drug at a certain time may literally be the difference between life and death. Whether that be that drug is saving their life from impalement, or that drug is saving their life from a mental illness ailment. Yes, depression. Depression has killed so many people during this pandemic. The numbers allegedly have jumped up. I have no conclusive evidence, because, you know, I'm not going around asking people, oh, did you keep killing yourself? I'm not that heartless of an asshole. Sorry, Big Gov, but someone has to be there to take the shots. You're the only one standing downrange. Anyway, so during this whole pandemic, you know, drug rates have skyrocketed, suicides have skyrocketed, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's because you put people either alone with the people that they live with every day. They're tired of as it is day to day. they could really stand to see them, much less altogether. It's not that anyone hates the people they live with. It's after a while, you know, your irritations, your little nitpicks that you have with another, you know, get accumulate, aggravate until it reaches a boiling point. Or you're alone with your own mind, which is about as equal as being in prison with someone that you can't stand, that you think, you know, this motherfucker can kill me, this motherfucker hates me, this motherfucker's gonna steal my next tray and I'm not gonna eat dinner tonight. You know, it's just as bad. This pandemic has literally put almost every American in a jail cell without even thinking about it. I'm not saying that quarantining was unhealthy, and it probably was the factor in saving a lot of lives. But the amount of time, the way we went about it, we just did it wrong. We didn't care about anyone's feelings, thoughts, or emotions. We didn't say, all right, people that are more susceptible, why don't you group up and stay away from the rest of us who just want to, you know, eat this virus like normal humans, evolve from it, and move on. Y'all get your vaccine. You know, we thought, oh no, just hide away everyone, don't single anyone out, you know, and we forgot to tend to the masses while tending to the individuals. It's been America's biggest problem lately, is tending to the individuals when the masses are in front of the guns. Like, so you're gonna save, you know, those two people and just endlessly, obliteriously slaughter, you know, an entire town just to save those two people. I know I'm ranting and some of it doesn't make sense and it mixes in a lot with what I'm saying, or I say something that contradicts something or other. And I apologize if people don't, you know, can't follow me the way I think, because not a lot of people can. My mind works differently than most, to my knowledge. You know, there might be a lot more people who think the way I think, or have the same process that I go through. I don't know. I'm only me, and I think only for myself. But with all the social media and stuff nowadays, I'm starting to wonder if I even do that. Do I really think for myself? When's the last time I had a thought by myself that I enjoyed the idea of? Everyone's focused on, oh, I've got to fix my problems, or oh, I've got to get the most money, or oh, I've got to be the coolest, or, you know, or oh, I've got to have the most bitches, or significant others, or any of that shit. Like, everyone's focused on giving an appearance for everyone else. No one's focused on being themselves anymore. Now everyone's focused on, well, I'm triggered that you're mad that I'm myself. Well, hold on. Some people just don't mix. Like, the KKK. And, I'm gonna say it, what is it? Politically correct African Americans. The KKK and African Americans don't get along. But do they need to kill each other? Do they need to hate each other? Do they need to have problems about it? No. You can, these dudes, these niggas over here can wear their white hoods, and these other niggas can just be their regular skin color, and no one has to say anything about it. No one has to do anything about it. You can go home and complain about it to your wife, or to your husband, or to your kids. Leave that shit at home, where the fuck it needs to stay. Racism, sexism, and yes, everyone is sexist, male or female. I don't care who you are, you're sexist. Don't tell me you're not. Because even I'm sexist, a person who considers themselves non-binary. Well, I was born with a penis, so I'm a man, right? And coming from, birthday in 1996, I've got this weird idea about things. I choose to, I'm not binary, I don't identify as either a male or a female. Just because I'm tired of the gender differences, I'm tired of the segregation. Yes, they're doing it with genders, just like they're doing it with races, just like they're doing it with religions. All they want to do is segregate you. Why? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, why so many UFO sightings? Keep this in mind. Don't let this sway your ideas, but keep this in mind. The X-Files was a show for a reason. Now I believe there's some filler fiction in there, but if you pay attention to the idea as a whole, let's see, the idea as a whole. I'm going to spit it right here for you right now, and I hope I don't get shot. The idea as a whole is we created nuclear technology. We dropped a nuclear bomb. Then, in Roswell, shortly after the war, we got a UFO crash landing. I believe that UFO was here to check it out. What are you guys doing? Why are you doing this? What's going on? I believe there's a whole wider galactic federation that's just waiting for us to get our shit together. Not quite sure. Don't know. But our government, the US government, if these UFOs are real, have 100% had the technology since Roswell. I think that was in the 60s or 50s. They've had time to, fucking look at it, replicate it, figure it out. Why do you think we've had so many technological advances? I want to say this. And it's okay, because I'm a drug addict, so people think I'm crazy. Electric cars that run themselves are invented and have been since forever. It's called a fucking alternator and a battery. Now I'm saying the things nobody wants to, somebody doesn't want you to. We have 3D printers printing houses. Who needs this power? Who wants this money? Why do they need to be above everyone? I don't like that. No one needs power, no one needs money, no one needs this upper, lower, middle class anymore. Elon Musk is putting us there. He's getting us to Mars. That's either the prison planet or that's the next colonization planet. We know we're that far. So why are we so concerned with, oh, this person drives this car and makes this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. It's time to explore, people. We're out in space. We're out there doing the damn thing. It's time to explore and drop all this greed, this power, this hunger. Thirst for knowledge, why don't y'all? I still got a ton of shit I need to know about this planet and the combustion vehicles that work on this planet. Yeah, I want to explore. There will be time for that. But the pursuit of knowledge is endless. The pursuit of money ends in a grave. There is no thought different. Thought that pursues money ends in a grave. You either work yourself to the bone, trying to get money just to survive, or you step on every other human that exists just to be at the top. I don't think that's how it needs to be. No one needs to hurt nobody. No one needs to step on nobody. Like, it's time. You know that 1,000 years of peace the Bible talks about? Before Armageddon? Well, I think it's time. I don't necessarily believe in one God. I take all religion, that includes Luciferian, Wiccanism, Norse mythology, Greek mythology, Judaism, Jehovah, Amish, Muslim, Rastafari. That takes every religion and openly admits that all of these things are possibilities. I choose not to conform to one because that just, it really doesn't seem intelligent to me, you know? Like, and even if there is just one almighty God, right? Well, Lucifer Morningstar talks about him in the Bible. Alright, so one God, that means singularity. Complete singularity. No ifs, ands, or buts. One molecule that decided it didn't like a part of itself, so it split itself, and split itself, and split itself. This is the God theory. Not the way the God theory is thought of, though. This is some different shit I'm into on my own. Like, I want to tell the world about my theories, but I'm really actually concerned someone's gonna say, "Oh, whoa, bud, you're a little crazy. We're gonna put you in the funny house." Because my grandma been threatening me with that funny house, funny farm ever since I was 3 years old, man. Saying, "Oh, I gotta put you in the loony bin." Oh, come on, just because I have a theory or a thought or a different idea than the rest of the masses, I'm crazy. I'm insane. I'm different. I'm abnormal. We need to get rid of the segregation, get rid of the worry that this person is not normal or this person is different. We need to start worrying about who cares about human life, the way humans feel, and who disregards. Well, no, animals too. Don't forget about animals. Don't forget about plant life. Either all life matters or no life matters. Let's get out of this in-between stage. Fuck your Black Lives Matter. Fuck your Stop Asian Hate. Fuck any white boy who's like, "Hey, everyone's hating on the whites." Fuck all your segregation. It's all pussy idiot shit. You're all idiots. And if you're segregating yourself because of your race, by being a part of Black Lives Matter, or being a part of All Lives Matter, your intelligence is lacking. Yes, I do understand that there are racist, systemic issues. I understand that. I am not belittling your cause. Your cause is actually important. Everyone who's jumping on the bandwagon just because their skin is a different color, though, when they've never experienced this racism, you're all a bunch of children. I get it. Have the back of someone who's little. That is okay. Anyone who's just out there, "Oh, I want my voice heard too. I want to be on TV." You're a little bitch and you need to stop. Anyone who's actually suffered this abuse, stand up, speak, tell your story, the whole story, and nothing but the true story to your memory. And I will respect it all day. Any black kid who says, "Oh, this kid called me a nigga in school." Listen, buddy, if there's no hard R, feel complimented. At least over here in the West Coast, us white folks, if we say nigga around a black cat, it's usually because we're like, "Oh, I have respect. I want this guy to respect me." Not saying for everyone. But like, when I say nigga to an African American, I'm testing him in one of two ways. One, to see if he's a dumb racist. If he gets mad, he's a dumb racist. Two, I'm testing his level of respect. If he's going to get mad, is he going to tell me, "Whoa, don't say that, dog"? Or is he going to hit me? That type of, I'm gonna say the word that I use, or the word that the hard R means to me, hard R does not have anything to do with your skin color. If I say the word nigger, it means I think you're ignorant. It has nothing to do with African Americans. It has nothing to do with Latino Americans. It has nothing to do with Asian American. You know, that word means nothing to me because it's an old word that my ancestors used to hurt a group of people. That's disgusting. I still use it as a word to hurt people, but in the way it should be used to hurt people. I'm not calling you a black man, I'm calling you an ignorant fool if I use hard R. If I use N-I-G-G-A, you are most likely a friend or an ally of some sort. I don't just call anybody, hey, what's up, man? What's going on, doc? And I know a lot of the African Americans down south are going to hear these words coming out of a white boy's mouth, and they're going to uppity roar, this guy, we need to lynch him, he's a racist. No, I'm quite the opposite, sir. I don't think anyone should be segregated for their race. I am slightly racist, only towards, I hate to admit this, but I'm an honest white person. I have a slight prejudice towards Mexican Americans. Not Latino Americans, Mexican Americans. Only because my experience hasn't been the most positive. And in middle school, they tried to teach me a language that I don't want to learn. I'm not going to learn. Because, sorry, the rest of the world learns English. Not the white man's language, the universal language for everyone. So why can't you Spanish get behind it? Why do we now, apologies to the natives for my ancestors. My ancestors were trash, but in a land we came and took, that we changed the language of, and now the entire world learns that language. Y'all don't want to learn it? No, thank you. Y'all want to get to America so dang bad? Learn English. At least enough to say, where's food? Where's the bathroom? Work, you know, the general things you would need to get by when you come across a dumb white person like me who doesn't know a lick of Spanish other than cursing, queso, dinero, bitch, and then the difference between bitch and hyena, and the difference between male bitch and female bitch. You know, it's just, wow. I get it, your culture is rich, your culture is, you want to keep your culture. Don't force me into your culture. My people have already forced our culture into everything. Don't do it to us, because us whites are fucking stupid. We're all stupid. And when we butt heads with something, we don't realize, oh, that hurt. We turn around and do it again. We don't care how much it hurts. No one's gonna... I'm not saying whites are supreme. I'm not suppressing any race. I think we're all equal. Every single one of us. I think Jesus Christ and the Antichrist are absolute equals. I kind of believe they're the same person. Ain't no God, Jesus Christ, Son of God, coming in on clouds on a chariot with the horns blowing. It's not going to happen. If a God exists, anything and everything, including our own destruction, would have to be first made in a human's mind. So even if there is a God, we can't see it. We have to blindly have faith in that. And the way the Bible speaks about it, I'm not going to do that. I have blind faith in exterior existence. I'm sure what that is. Don't really care too much. Like, I'll think, I like the way the Native Americans see it, you know, talk to Creator, whoever that is. because you know, but you know who else? You know who you should really be concerned with, and I hate to say this again, but if we have evil spirits, if we have a hell, if we have the scary, you think scary just made itself? I don't think so. I think two ways about Lucifer Morningstar. My mom always told me all women are the devil. Sure, Mom, they seem like angels to me. But then I really thought about it. I was thinking, what did that name actually mean? It could just sound like something that, you know, those people who wrote it just didn't hear it right. It might not be Lucifer Morningstar. It could be Lucy for Morningstar. No, that's only if women are the devil. I don't believe that. I believe that if there is a creator, it has to be a woman. It can't be a man. It can be both a man and a woman. But if we're made in our creator's image, well, obviously our creator isn't an asexual being. I mean, that's the thing. Science, and nobody's willing to admit this because they won't look at it and see the different ways it can play in. Science and religion explain each other all the time. You just need to listen. God, the God in the King James Holy Bible, and the Big Bang are the same person, the same event, the same happenstance. Because if there is a God, you're not allowed to know it's there. Now, what loving God would that be? A God that says, hey, listen to my book. You know, written by many different men. Alright, men, liars. Humans, liars. Subconscious telling on itself, false prophets. I don't know, guys. But it sounds like the God you guys believe in is a slave driver. It sounds like the God you guys believe in. Oh, take this pain and then you get paradise. Well, let me tell you who that really sounds like. That sounds like the same person you're trying to sell your soul to. Sounds like it's the same person. Just different viewpoints. I don't know. I'm no religious expert. I'm no scientific expert. I know the process to science. Step 1, fuck around. Step 2, find out. You know, create a theory, test your theory, jot down the results, create an average, blah, 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 blah. Science is two things: fucking around and finding out. And that's what I don't think the humans here on Earth are ready for. The book says 1,000 years of peace. Peace. And y'all are asking for Jesus Christ this early? When, you know, I haven't heard of a religious war in ages. I also haven't paid attention. I'm a 24-year-old male. 1,000 years of peace? Well, maybe with the religious war, so maybe y'all are ready for Jesus. But without war altogether, well, y'all ain't ready. You're not ready for the rapture. You're not ready to go home. Hell, 95% of you aren't ready to act right. I do believe in some of the things the Bible teaches us. Thou shalt not lie. Unless you're going to put me in a cage with an animal bigger than me, I'm not going to lie to you. If you have a badge and you put people behind bars, I will lie to you every day, all day, for the rest of my life. Simply due to the fact that you guys put me in a cage for possessing a baggie in my pocket that I purchased with my own money. You guys put me in a cage for... What is that Second Amendment on the Constitution? You know, is that the right to freedom of speech or bear arms? Well, either way, I want to practice those rights. Again, I'm thrown in a cage. I want to practice non-suicide, you know? Well, to do that, I got to balance a chemical that's imbalanced. And y'all got to say, oh, you're on drugs, you're not a well, you're this, that, and the other. Because your chemical imbalance is one that what we have doesn't fix, but you found out how to fix it, but you're not giving big pharma or big gov your money, so, oh, you're a problem, you're going to jail. Really? Land of the free? United States of America, you better watch what you say, and you better change your slogan, because you're about in for it. You want to proclaim land of the free? Get rid of all law other than treat others how you want to be treated, and the right to consent. That's all we need. If you're being treated a way you don't want to be treated, you should make it verbally. And then if they continue treating you that way, they're breaking the law. Unless you are already breaking the law. Hurting someone without their consent, taking stuff without their... You know, if you steal from me, say you steal my PlayStation when these laws are enacted, you know what, if I'm a judge in the world, I have ideas, court of law, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, oh, you took his PlayStation 4. Well, you have a car and a house. Let's see how you like those things being taken from you. Oh yeah, and he gets his PS4 back. Are you ever going to steal from anyone ever again? No, because you know how it feels to be stolen from. An eye for an eye is almost the best system. There's a couple areas where you just can't. Rapists that are bisexual, you're either getting shot to the prison planet or just getting murdered on the spot. Serial killers without intent. If you're a serial killer for the population and you're literally picking at random and you're just like, I don't know, I just do whatever, I'll probably look at you fucked up a little bit and say, you know what, you're here for a reason. I didn't see you today. Not saying that we need terror, not saying that people who kill without reason are okay. Population control is an issue that, you know, bless Elon's heart, he's trying to figure it out, he's trying to get us to Mars. So. How soon? Will it be fast enough? Oh my god. I should probably shut up before someone has something to say about something I'm saying. Because you know somewhere someone's going to be like, oh, you said that? How do you find that out? First, two, you can't say that. You're over. Well, hold on. I can say what I want. And if I'm saying something that I need not to say, someone should probably tell me. That would be the intelligent thing, other than waste life. You never know what ideas I can have. I think I'm crazy because I have all these, you know, life is precious, life is amazing, everyone has the right to live life, but I'm also so life careless. Like, it's not that I care less with life, it's, well, I want either everyone to live the best life they can, or the people who want to find out what's there afterwards, just to do it. You know, find out. In my eyes, suicide is taking the soul and putting it in a paper shredder. I won't do that. But that's because the way I look at it. Someone else might be like, oh, really? He's giving me, I can finally find out whether heaven or hell is not real. Yay! Boom. Well, I guess their pursuit of that knowledge was more important than their pursuit of every other knowledge. Because even with God, even with heaven and hell, yin and yang still exists. Reincarnation is not a theory, it's a fact. I know people are like, well, you can't say that based off what people... No, it's a fact. I've lived this exact same life at least 2 to 3 times over. The deja vus I get and how many times I see a certain deja vu, a certain scenario play out so many different ways within a matter of seconds before the event actually starts to play out. That's weird. And if you want to know how weird what I'm talking about is right now, you know, the possibility of reincarnation, go listen to the song Money by Drugs by Cal Scrubby. That might get you on the thinking you're already on. Because I'm there too. I'm there. I'm with it. Either we created ourselves, aliens created us, a creator created us, or we're batteries. Either way, I'm not too worried about stopping whatever created us. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the further existence. I kind of am, you know, I like to think about it, I like to give it thought, theory, idea. But that's all I ever have. Thoughts, theories, ideas, and the occasional facts. Like if I ever liken coffee to crystal meth, and that's facts. You don't have your coffee in the morning, you wake up, you have a headache, you're eerie, you're you're irritable, you're groggy, you know, you just hate the world without that cup of coffee. It's because you have created a chemical imbalance that is no longer being satisfied by the drug you use. Oh, caffeine's not a... Yes, the fuck it is, just like sugar's a drug. Just like this television, this video game, this is a drug. Anything and everything is a drug, because anything and everything has the ability, with your, whether you're cognitive and aware of it or not, everything has the ability and is constantly altering your mind. Go ahead, go look at the sunset. See if your mind isn't altered to warm and bright. Go ahead, sit in a dark room. See if your mind isn't altered to evil and scary. Go ahead, eat a piece of cake. See if you're mad while doing it. And come back and tell me that because one person has an addiction, my addiction is wrong. My addiction to survival. Humans have no addiction other than the addiction to survival. You are addicted to food and water. Why? Because you need that shit to survive. You literally need food and water to live. I don't see anyone getting sober off food and water. You know how food is a drug? Hunger causes anger, paranoia, I forgot the other many side effects. But anger and paranoia right off the bat. No wonder tweakers are always fucking angry. They're always fucking hungry, none of them are eating. That was a tweaker joke. Hope everyone enjoyed that one. But like, it's just the tweakers that don't know how to take care of themselves. Like, don't forget, oh shit, it's been 3 days. I should probably have like 12 glasses of water and a fucking meal or two. Because I've been there, dude. 11 days, no, barely, just Gatorades, electrolytes, staying alive off those, no meal. Just literally, body is eating away at itself. Back when I was, I started all the drugs I did at 14, except I think I waited till I was 18 to do heroin, and it wasn't for me. Not the one. Don't like it. I do like morphines, Dilaudids, and oxys, but I don't like Percocets or heroin or none of that. But that's because I use my opiates for extreme amounts of pain. Like, I'm talking toothache, broken bone. I don't use those for anything other than that because of the pandemic, the opioid crisis. I've tried fentanyl once, back when it was still in the patches, off the coil. That shit, I took one hit, didn't feel a goddamn thing. Took the second hit, instantly vomited. One of the prevalent signs of OD regarding opiates, however, I don't fucking know. I don't do the shits. Not often enough. However, endeavors in the opiate endeavor, or endeavors in the sale of what sells in them, the sex sells. Have I ever paid for sex? No, not with anything other than my time and my care, thought, effort. For money? No. I have a good old-fashioned silicone doll for that, and then the internet, and then magnets. I'm taken care of when it comes to that. Need a woman to do that for me? I like that. That's the thing, dude. Everyone in my generation that I know of is hoes. Men, women, children. If you're in my generation, you're probably hoes. I was hoes, and I didn't even mean to be hoes. Of course. I mean, there was one girl who didn't call me her boyfriend until after sex. Just one. And that was the only one, because even though I knew what that was, I still caught them feels, man. So it's like, don't be hoes. Don't be sleeping around, getting your herpes, gonorrhea, your syphilis, your AIDS, your syphilis. Because hands down, bet that your actual significant other, when you finally really find them, won't have them, and it's a deal breaker. You don't want that shit. You gotta be careful. It's not one big orgy out here. There are some, what's the word, polyamorous? Is that people who are in open relationships? There are some people who do better in open relationships. Great, cool, perfect. Find a person that you can do that with. But tell people who you are getting into a relationship. If you want multiple partners, be open, admit it in the beginning, like, please, so no one gets hurt. I'm tired of humans getting hurt. I've gotten in all these relationships with chicks who think, oh, well, I just want one, and then all of a sudden, they're with other people. I used to think that talked about my character. I used to think that, that meant I wasn't good enough. Something was wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with any of you. except for you pedophiles and you rapists. You people, you need to die. Don't come at me. I will kill you. Maybe. Probably not. But if you're a rapist, you're a pedophile, your breed needs to be erased. Your genes don't need to continue. Sorry, it's true. And in saying that, what I mean by pedophile, and the world's gonna hate this one, the world's gonna hate this. What I mean by pedophile is people who are sexually attracted to people who are not sexually developing. That's what it means. When you start sexually developing, you have a potential and even a likelihood to be sexually attractive. I'm saying it. I'm not saying to me, fuck no. I'm not looking at a 13-year-old thinking, oh, that's not me, I'm not the one. However, if you are sexually maturing, why, I get it, they're old men, creepy perverts, creepy fucking weirdos. I get it. But with the right to consent, if you say no, you said no. That is law. No one can convince you. No one can say, oh, this, or that. If they threaten you and say, well, if you don't do this, well, this is going to happen, let a court official know that person will be eliminated through just trial. You better get it recorded. Because unless you have video evidence, everything is circumstantial. I don't care if your hair fiber, you saw, you were on the street walking by that person that day. Give a fuck. Unless your fingerprints on the murder weapons, you're probably clear. And even then, could have been a patsy. Someone could have killed that person, then got that person, put their fingerprints on that weapon. How do we know? Is there video evidence? Basically, we've created a world that needs to be Big Brother. Because y'all are too dumb to act right. Y'all are too stupid to act right. Y'all don't get it. Fucking retarded. And yes, I'm calling the entirety of the planet out. Not the US, not Africa, not Asia, not Europe, not Russia, no, not Germany, not the US, not Canada, not Mexico. You as humans are fucking retarded. I'm sorry I have to say that, and anyone it triggers, absolutely anyone it triggers, good. It was meant to. Now you're listening. So while you're listening, go back and listen to all of this. It's actually really important stuff I'm saying here. Or it's just the crazy rantings of a drug addict who's tired of segregation. You know, just because my coffee is a heated inhalant and yours is a drinkable liquid, fuck you for looking at me different. Really, that's why I can't. You know, nowadays, everyone wants to be different. Everyone, oh, I'm different this, I'm different that, oh, blah, 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 blah. But none of y'all are getting looked at like you're different. So shut the fuck up about being different and let the people who are actually being looked at as though they're different from the rest of society have a voice, please. You know, you queers, you gays, lesbians, you transgenders, you non-binaries, your time's over. You know, your rights are a thing and no one's saying nothing to you. Get over yourselves. Your limelight's done. Now it's time for the people who everyone thinks is evil. Everyone hates because they don't understand. Yes, heroin addict. Yes, meth addict. yes, crackhead, yes, weed head, yes, alcoholic, yes, benzo, addictoid, all you guys. Time to speak. Time to have your voices heard. Why do you self-medicate? I know 98% of you cannot be recreational. You don't continue, you know, it's just because, oh, it feels good. Some people do, not a lot. There are others out there, though, that are hurting. They can't say why they're hurting, because their voice has been just shoved to the bottom of the barrel for so long that they just resorted to, alright, well, I'm going to self-medicate and shut up about it then. And that's real stuff. People are out here self-medicating for the longest time, going to jail for not committing suicide, which is against the law. So it's either we do something that makes us feel okay and break the law, or we do what we're gonna know is gonna make us feel okay for a long time, because we won't have to worry, no one will have to worry, it's all just said and done with. But that's illegal too. So, let me get this straight, America. You have made it illegal to live, while making it illegal to live, or to take that life. So why is it illegal to live and illegal to take life? I think all life is precious, but why am I not allowed to live in a way that lets me continue my life? Why do I have to be told? For fixing the chemical imbalance your parents gave you, because they both did crystal meth, and I know my father religiously smoked marijuana. So now, of course, he's gonna have a dopamine deficiency. Probably a little bit of serotonin too. And I figured out how to fix it. All of a sudden I cannot protect myself because I protected myself? Sounds contradictory. If you ask me, only if you ask me. I'm a special individual who's very, very different from the rest of the world. Not really, I'm just a human like everyone else. My ideas don't follow suit. Never have. Maybe never will. Like I say, world, Dave James for dictator. He will take over the entire world. Instill the two laws. Treat others how you want to be treated, and you have the right to consent. Meaning yes or no. Do you want to be involved in a situation? You want to do something. It is your choice. Who am I to make something that defines your choice? I don't even like the word law. I want everyone to do what they want to do. 100%. With every fiber of my being. If you want to rape and murder, go for it. You will find your head on the end of my stick fast. If you want to love, be free, trade, and enjoy, well, if everyone wants to do that, my sticks will have no heads. But it's when you get people who are selfish, misguided, too greedy, that think, oh, everything's mine, I want it all. No, that's not how it works. Money is the root of all evil, but money is also the only thing saving us. Pretty crazy about that. Well, I've done a lot of ranting today. I've given any viewer of this video a ton to think about. I apologize. I apologize if you couldn't follow. I apologize if I've given you too much to think about. But I do not apologize if I've triggered or offended. If I have triggered or offended, sit with that shit. Let it eat you alive. Decide that it's not worth being a slave to anymore. It isn't. That word nigger, throw it out the window. That means ignorant person. It has nothing to do with race. The word bitch either means you're a slave or a female dog. You know? Give the meaning to the words that should be there. Because if you take anything I say out of context and hit me, I am liable to kill you. I don't leave home without a knife. If you're not one of my friends and you hit me, you are threatening my life. I don't know when you're going to stop if you get me on the ground. I don't know what's going to happen. You hit me once, you're not my friend, I'm going to stab you. If you're my friend and you hit me, well, I'll probably take a look at what I was doing because I probably need to get checked. Any outside person that does not know me trying to put me in check has no right and will lose their life. I don't care skin color. I don't care clothing color. I don't care a little piece of gold on your chest. If you don't know me and you try and put me in check, you will lose your life. I am not raping. I am not killing. I am not purposely hurting other humans. That needs to be said. Every human should feel the way I feel. Unless you're a rapist or a pedophile. Or a senseless murderer. And even then, murder has its positives and negatives. Like, I don't know, murdering the rapists and pedophiles. Anyone who tells me I'm a serial killer, but I only kill pedophiles and rapists, you're good with me. In fact, I'll start paying you to do what you do. A handsome amount, too. But that's only if I get the dictatorship, which isn't likely. And I don't want it, because I would just give all my money to the rest of everyone else anyway. Apart from building my mansion for all the people I care about. Which isn't a lot of people these days. Honestly, I don't know who it is anymore. I've got 3 different girls that can live at my mansion. I think 3 different homies that can live at my mansion. I got my baby mom, the girl I was most recently talking to, and this other female that's just a down-ass friend, and like, she's always real. Real-ass people, those are people who get the rights to the door behind the walls of my mansion. Real. Or people who are positive for me. Not benefit me, but are positive for me. Actually change my life for the better. And continue to stay in it and not get scared and leave like a bunch of dumb little children. But it appears as though I have been talking and ranting for, I'd say a good hour and 20 minutes approximately. I'm on lap 45 at about a minute 30 to 2 minutes a pop, so this could be 2 hours. I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know your ideas, opinions. Don't be hateful or attacking, because that will not be tolerated. Opinions, ideas, theories, and to a certain extent, what's the one people don't like? Constructive criticism. You know, if it's plain outright disrespectful, I won't pay attention to it. If it is actually constructive and will benefit the way I think for the future, I might get angry at it at first, but I'll probably come around. I'm not one for ignoring things that are beneficial. Either way, this has been Dave James. This has been the rant session. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all another time. We'll do some drifts, actual drifts, not just focus on my crazy in here. Have a good day, y'all. Stay easy, and don't let anyone ever take your peace. Much love, y'all. Stream over whenever this menu pops up. It's taking a long time. There it is. Alright, deuces. Most awkward.